Hi, I'm Angelica, and I have been teaching yoga for 15 years. For the last 10 years, I've been doing yoga teacher trainings. I've done over 25 yoga teacher trainings, and I've helped thousands of people realize their dream of teaching yoga and be very successful at it. So, this friend, okay, Ajna Chakra right here. Ooh, the sixth chakra, third eye. The third eye chakra is all about intuition, right? So if we've been led to believe throughout our lives that we can't trust ourselves or our decisions, then we're going to have some issues around our Ajna chakra. And I think a lot of us do. You know that when people say like, oh, I just have this gut feeling. Well, that's what the Ajna chakra is about. It's about this trusting those feelings and trusting that the universe has your back. Like, listen, we all have had times where we felt really sure that something was going to happen if we didn't make a certain decision. And so that's what we need to learn to trust. And the more we can get in touch with that and have these like synchronistic moments in our lives where things happen, if you haven't yet, I highly encourage you to read the book The Alchemist, because it's by Paulo Coelho and it's about one guy's journey to his life realization and how the universe conspires to help you. And it does that through your Ajna chakra. And it does that through teaching you how to understand what experiences you're going through and how they're helping you. I believe that everything that happens to us is happening for the higher purpose of our good, for our soul's transformation on this planet. So I believe that only good lies before me and only good things are going to happen. And in that way, I mean, like, everything that's happening is happening so I can be the happiest. And I really believe that if we look at it that way, that's how our life will be. So when you're teaching a class about the Ajna chakra, you want it to have people to start to trust themselves. You want people to start to believe in themselves and their own movements. So I might teach there's two ways you can go this, right? You can go the asana route where you have people like do physical movement, or you can go the meditation route, right? So we're going to talk about the asana route first. So you could have people go through, say, your Surya Namaskar A and B, and then you have them do it like once, and then you say, do it at your own pace. And you have people move into this more meditative practice where they're doing things on their own. And instead of like in our past chakras where we focused on connecting with others, in this chakra, we focus on connecting only with ourselves. See, most people in their development of the chakras are never going to move past the heart chakra. So these upper level chakras up here, this is where the real transformation lives. This is where we start to change other people's lives. So we want to teach people who are in our classes to transcend that. We want them to trust themselves. So they might feel a little bit of nervousness trying to do Surya Namaskar A or B on their own without having a teacher lead them. And I might like have them gently nudge, like that's your job, gently nudge, right? So I might have them create their own standing movements between vinyasas. Still have structure to the class, but give a little bit more freedom of choice. So when you move to the floor, do the back bend that most synergizes with you. Lead them through a couple of examples and then tell them, choose what most fits with your body today. And I really like to encourage my students to really learn to listen to their body, because I think most people don't. People listen to their ego. They don't listen to their body and how their body's feeling. So they're like, I want to do Dhanurasana. I want to do this upward bow pose. Like I got to do that, and that's not where their body's at today. Like their body really wants like a nice bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, with a yoga egg underneath it. And if you haven't used the 3-minute egg, dude, and you're still using those square blocks, I digress, but please go to the 3minuteegg.com, because your life is about to get so much better. Just, they might be in a space with their body that they didn't expect to be in. And and their ego's pushing in one place, but you've got to use your words to get them to trust their body and their intuition and their mind. Like connect those two together, right? Yoga is the yoke, the union, the mind, body, spirit connection. So your job is to lead them into that connection and help them to start to create their own sequences. And this doesn't matter if you're in person or if you are on an online class, like you can do this either way. And again, like my whole chakra journey, the 7-week chakra journey, the whole thing that I teach is in my class, in my course, Millionaire Yoga Academy. Like this is all included in the course. Like I teach you how to teach this workshop to your students and make it your own. Because this is one of the most transformative things that students can do. They can do this 7-week chakra journey and, you know, maybe make it 7 days, 7 weeks, whatever. I like 1 a week because I just think it gives you a little bit more time to let it sink in. But I don't know, it feels like everything's like super fast now and things are happening energetically like much quicker than what they used to. And, so maybe once a day is good. So if you're online, you know, and you're doing it in your own home and you can cry out loud by yourself, whatever. You know, I did Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within in my house digitally, and I really didn't want to do that. But I did, and it was actually a pretty amazing experience. I mean, I think it would have been a different experience if I was in a place, but you know, what was really cool about it was that he does some really deep inner shadow work. And if I'd been around other people, I probably wouldn't have felt as comfortable to cry and release in the way that I did. And that's the only reason I'm here today. Like literally I did that and it helped me push through some barriers that I had personally that were stopping me. So, you know, online courses and online practices can be very transformative. And they can really help you because in some ways you can actually go deeper into your emotions than what you would have been comfortable in a public setting. So I don't think it matters which way you teach it. It matters how you teach it and your personal expression of it. Okay, so that's like asana, but we could go on the other side too. Like you could go meditative, and I've taught it both ways. And I've done actually where I've done this as a nidra instead of a postures class, where I teach it as a full hour-long nidra, and I get people all with the blankets and the pillows and all the bolsters and all that. And like I have favorite bolsters, and I'll put some links and stuff in the description because you should totally try those out because they're pretty amazing. But they're like really nice and strong, and they're on Amazon, and I actually bought them for my studio because, and even though I got like wholesale prices in other places, like these were really high quality, and they lasted, you know, thousands of people laying on top of them and squishing them and treating them inappropriately because people are hard on stuff. If you own a yoga studio, you know what I mean. My couch broke. Like, come on. You could do like a full hour-long nidra, and anything that you can do that connects people to their intuition. So maybe you do the nidra around intuition, and the words that you use are about trusting yourself and learning to trust yourself and learning, you know, what works for you individually and how to know that you're doing the right things for yourself. And I think so many people suffer from that now. Like so many people suffer from not feeling confident about their own choices. And my philosophy on life is you can't make the wrong choice. Like you literally can't make the wrong choice. Just make a choice. Like just do something. You can always change it. If you're not dead, you can always change it. Like you can always keep going. You can always keep doing something different. And everything that we do leads us to this next point, this next point, this next point. And so, you know, if you really want to transform and you really want to create change for yourself and for your students, then you've got to just do it. You've got to just get out there. And maybe it's not perfect. Like, hey, you know what? I'm doing this YouTube channel. Like we live in an RV and we travel around the country. And so I'm shooting in my RV. Like you can see the desert in the background, you know, like it's not like the prettiest location, you know, like I basically wear the same clothes every day because I don't really have a lot of clothing with me here. We got some in our storage unit, but like we live in a small space. That's just not really, you know, so I can't be constantly looking different all the time. But that's just like, that's life, right? I'm not going to not do this because my life is not standard. And that's what pushing through the Ajna chakra is about. That's what it's about, like connecting with what your intuition is telling you to do and then just doing it, you know? Every day above ground's a good day, friend. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are subscribed to my channel. And if you're not, please boop, hit that subscribe button right now. All right, friends, if you have any questions, you want me to cover anything at all, please hit me up in the comments. I will see you tomorrow for the crown chakra.